What is going on, man? It's the Fast. We're back for our Monday Night Raw review, Monday, October 15th, 2018. Well, Monday Night Raw, the R in Raw stands for rinse and repeat. Because tonight, I swear, for the majority of tonight, I felt like I was watching last week's show. The only thing that was missing was that for the first time, and it seems like almost 2 months, if not 2 months, they gave us a break from Bobby Roode and Chad Gable versus the Ascension in one form or another. That did not happen tonight. But another rinse and repeat that we had was the main event of the Dogs of War versus, which I'm calling the Dogs of War. I don't give a crap. The Dogs of War versus the Shield. And the ending, the post-match of that makes it feel like they took Braun Strowman and he is now a babyface again. I could be totally wrong, but it just seems like with what happened after the match was over with, that Braun Strowman is back to his babyface ways. So you had Braun Strowman go from being the most over babyface ever to a heel that nobody even wanted him to be a heel. And now you have how that ended. But it's like we just have rinse and repeat. And like it's like, let's do everything that we did last week, but let's take out one or two things, and then we're going to go and we're going to put in one or two things, and after that, that's it. Everything else is just how it is. It's just no sense at all why Monday Night Raw continuously gives us the same things over and over. If it's not Bobby Roode and Chad Gable versus the Ascension, it's the Dogs of War versus the Shield. If it's not them, it's this. It's just the same old thing. It's rinse and repeat, and it's getting absolutely nauseating. I don't know who in WWE thinks this is a good idea, but WWE needs to get their shit together because it's just the same thing over and over. We're going to do what we did last time, and we're going to just continue to piss people off because Monday Night Raw, again, was not a good show. And you wonder why SmackDown has been, if you want to talk about best shows for the main roster this year, SmackDown has been the best show week in and week out. That is it. It just makes no sense why WWE continues to do this. We had Ronda Rousey asking for an explanation from the Bella Twins and more bullshit from Nikki and Brie, whereas Ronda Rousey would sit there and tell you the damn truth. The truth about everything. It was like what came out of Ronda Rousey's mouth towards Nikki and Brie. Everything that she said was 100% true, whereas everything that the Bella Twins said was absolute bullshit. I swear I was like having an allergic reaction or sneezing so much when that entire promo was going on because every time Nikki and Brie opened their fucking mouth, it was bullshit, and truth from Ronda Rousey. So this is how they want to build intrigue for Ronda Rousey and Nikki Bella. I guess it's the best way you can go. Because as Ronda Rousey said in that promo, they are talentless hacks, pretty much, and that the only way you can get this thing to be talked about is giving us something like something that's truth. It's just like this. It was a good promo. We'll talk about that later. Kurt Angle was here tonight too, in a Hawaiian. Like we did see Chad Gable and Bobby Roode, but in the backstage segment, it was with Kurt Angle, Bobby Roode, who is a shell of his NXT self, and it is a damn shame. Was like ogling Kurt Angle's shirt while Chad Gable was ogling his hat that it was because he was wearing his Hawaiian shirt and a straw hat like he just came back from Hawaii. Yeah, no. Monday Night Raw was not good. And this whole entire, and there was something else you could realize too. They still promoted Crown Jewel, and the World Cup is still a sham. It's a farce. Every spot that we have so far in this World Cup is somebody from the United States. Does WWE not know what a World Cup is? And it's the team or individual, as you have with WWE, from multiple countries and multiple nations and countries coming together to see who is the best. How are you going to call it a World Cup when 6 of the 8 slots are from the United States. Oh, because Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rey Mysterio next week is not. Neither one of them is technically from the United States, even though I think Rey Mysterio is actually born in California. I could be definitely wrong on that, but you don't quote me on that. Other than that, everybody is from the United States. Who do we have? We have Kurt Angle, John Cena, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, not Drew McIntyre, I'm sorry, Seth Rollins, and Dolph Ziggler, because those two qualified tonight. So, tell me again how we have a World Cup going on when everybody in this entire match so far, this entire tournament so far, is from the United States. I am hoping and praying that within the next 2 weeks or so, WWE comes to their damn senses and cancels Crown Jewel. And we will talk about Crown Jewel a little bit more on Unscripted because there has been some developments with the news on Shawn Michaels and what's going to happen if Crown Jewel does not happen for him. Is he going to wrestle a match, whether it's a Crown Jewel or not, or is it Shawn Michaels at Crown Jewel or nothing? We will talk about that this coming Saturday on Unscripted. It will be something to go over, and makes me even with the answer coming, it makes me really more want them not to have Crown Jewel. I'm hoping they will not have Crown Jewel. The show opened up the same as usual. We had the Dogs of War, which is Sherman, Drew McIntyre, and Dolph Ziggler, come out and talk about how they don't have the clip, unfortunately. Can't play the clip because they don't have it. But the gist of the whole entire opening promo was that Ambrose is vulnerable. The Shield is cracked. The Shield is breaking. We see the cracks forming, and that we are going to have that Dean Ambrose is finally opening his eyes to see what is going on with the Shield, with the Shield, and how he is not he does not need them; they need him. So the Shield music hits, and out comes only Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Dean Ambrose is nowhere to be found. Of course, Seth Rollins says, "We are the Shield. We are not broken. We are not shattered. We do not break." And he says that, "Hey, we know Dean Ambrose better than anybody." And he comes on lunatic time, on his own time. And the fact that there's two World Cup qualifiers tonight, why don't me and Drew McIntyre have our match right now? So we had Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins for a World Cup qualifier. If you already heard me at the beginning of the thing, yes, Drew McIntyre lost this match for the simple fact that it was Drew McIntyre versus Dolph Ziggler versus Drew McIntyre, and Seth Rollins wins by a count out because Dolph Ziggler comes out towards the end of this match and distracts him. Drew McIntyre looks like he's going to win. Then Seth Rollins looks to go for the curb stomp. Dolph Ziggler pulls him down and knocks him out to the outside. Dean Ambrose music hits. He comes out of the crowd and attacks Dolph Ziggler. Drew McIntyre attacks him, and Seth Rollins hits a curb stomp on the outside, gets back into the ring before the 10 count, and wins by count out. So Seth Rollins is the fifth man into the World Cup. And yes, I did look it up. I am right. Rey Mysterio was born in Costa Vista, California, United States. So, before we get anywhere else with this World Cup, if Rey Mysterio beats Shinsuke Nakamura tomorrow, the entire World Cup, unless that 8th slot is somebody else, the entire World Cup is USA. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Then we get to the back, and Dean Ambrose is claiming he is no lunatic, as Seth Rollins is pretty much just shooting off in the mouth like, oh, he comes at lunatic time. He means he comes at his own time, but he's like, he comes at lunatic time and he does what he wants. Dean Ambrose, they tease Dean Ambrose turning heel a lot tonight.
For a year or two, man. Holy cow. Dude, don't worry about it. I know he'd show up. He's on lunatic time and all that, but he always shows up on lunatic time, man. Good. Island time, lunatic time. What's it called? And call you nothing, man.
Lunatic, really.
No, you're not even mean it like that.
That's all then, you guys, right? I'm just good for a few laughs, right? I'm a real riot. So you guys need bailing out.
I like that.
Yeah, I know what you meant. I got my own mess to work.
Hey, what? Not like that. He's on move.
Yeah, so they did a lot of that tonight, teasing Dean Ambrose turning heel. It's like either turn the guy heel or don't this is what's gonna ruin this entire heel turn, is that we all know it's coming, but WWE is like, oh, well, you know it's coming, we're gonna tease it as much as we can. When Seth Rollins turned heel in 2014 after the Evolution versus Shield feud ended at, what was it, Extreme Rules or whatever that pay-per-view was, I did not see Seth Rollins be the one to turn. I knew Roman wasn't going to turn heel. I thought Dean Ambrose was going to be the one to eventually turn heel, but I didn't think it was going to happen on that night. Even when Batista quit, I thought Triple H was going to have somebody join and become a new protege to Evolution. They would have continued it on. But no, Seth Rollins turned heel. It was a bigger shock than what this is going to be. When Seth Rollins turned heel on the Shield and became the quintessential face of the Authority, that was a major shock. The way WWE is handling Dean Ambrose right now, it is not going to be a shock whatsoever. Nobody is going to care by the time we get to that. Not a single person is going to care as much as WWE thinks they are, because they just keep teasing it way too much. It was this. They did it last week. They did it this week. They're going to do it probably next week as well. I don't know when this entire blow is going to happen, but what happened tonight, a match that was advertised at TLC most likely is not going to happen now. Thank fucking God. Hopefully this is the end of this whole entire feud after what happened tonight. Then they show what happened last week with DX. And then I thought, because there is a promo, Bray Wyatt put out a couple tweets, some eerie tweets last week, that this next thing was going to be him. But this is actually the Brothers of Destruction responding to DX for Crown Jewel. I've never seen The Undertaker can get a promo like this, so I definitely like to say this freshens it up a little bit. I do want to say they're probably taking some pointers from Matt Hardy. You just see this boiler room and steam everywhere, and then Kane and The Undertaker come in.
Respect. Triple H and Shawn Michaels want to lecture us about respect. Our respect for them died from their dishonesty. The reunification of D-Generation X is built on a bed of lies.
No, Kane, you're wrong. The reunification of D-Generation X is built on blood money from the Saudi Arabian government, which, of course, again, was not mentioned at all tonight. Crown Jewel was, but they did not mention the name Saudi Arabia whatsoever, just Crown Jewel. So WWE wants to make it sound like we're not even going to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, good luck, WWE.
Shawn Michaels may claim he stayed away out of respect for me that he no longer has. But deep down in his black soul, Shawn knows that what kept him in the shadows for 8.5 years was nothing but fear. Fear that my brother would make Shawn Michaels feel helpless and worthless again. Fear that my brother would humiliate Shawn Michaels again. Fear that my brother would put Shawn Michaels down again. This time so deep in the ground that Shawn could never return. At Crown Jewel, when the Brothers of Destruction reunite to unleash hell on D-Generation X for the first time ever, all of Shawn Michaels' fears will come true. Triple H may have won a battle in Australia, started a war that will begin and end at Crown Jewel. And when it ends, Michaels can shuffle back off to the safety of retirement.
Triple H and Shawn Michaels, you had 3 words for us. Are you ready? Well, we have 3 words for you.
Rest in peace.
Very interesting promo for the Brothers of Destruction, but like I said, I don't care for this match whatsoever. Nice little change of pace for those two, but this is just one of those things that I hope Crown Jewel doesn't happen, so this match does not happen. I don't want to see Shawn Michaels wrestle again. I don't want to see Triple H wrestle again. I definitely don't want to see Kane. Kane needs to stay in Knoxville, do his mayoral duties, and stay out of WWE. And The Undertaker needs to retire. Period. Let's see here. What do we have? Ember Moon and Nia Jax versus Dana Brooke and Tamina Snuka. Which, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't Tamina in the Women's Royal Rumble representing SmackDown Live? Was she not on SmackDown asking Lana last year to help her get a Women's Championship opportunity after after Lana had 3 when Naomi was champion? So basically, when you're injured, you are a free agent and you can come back to whatever show you want to. Because I'm pretty sure this is the second time they've done this to Tamina or someone else, because I swear someone last year came back from an injury. Oh, that's right. It wasn't last year. It was Kane, who was on Raw at the beginning of this year, on SmackDown with Team Hell No, and now he's back on Raw with the Brothers of Destruction. Does WWE not care about about this entire, this entire brand split? Because you have John Cena, who's already been classified as a free agent, Kane jumping between brands, Brie Bella, who jumped between brands for about a month, Tamina coming over to Raw with absolutely no explanation. Why? Just why? Ember Moon and Nia Jax win this one, and I honestly did not care. After the match, they did announce that there was going to be a battle royal at Evolution. The winner will get a future title opportunity. They did name Asuka. Which kind of sad for Asuka. Instead of going for the Women's Championship, she's in a battle royal. They named Tori Wilson. Don't care. They named all these SmackDown women: Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, other ones too, Lana, and they also showed Tamina. Everyone who was in this match tonight was going to be in this battle royal. So after the match, Tamina comes back in, hits a super kick on Nia Jax, and then Tamina and Ember Moon take and lift Nia Jax over the ropes to do elimination, just to show you what's going to happen in the battle royal. It's like, really. Moving on here. I had to laugh about this one. I literally did. I literally had to laugh about this one. Nikki Bella called Ronda Rousey to TMZ a do-nothing bitch. A do-nothing bitch. Coming from the woman who, for about 4 or 5 years, was sucking John Cena's cock, getting fucked by John Cena, getting her ass licked by John Cena, kissing his ass, getting every fucking thing handed to her, doing absolutely nothing to deserve any accolade that she has in the WWE. So, you had Nikki Bella call Ronda Rousey a do-nothing bitch, when in reality, Nikki Bella is the do-nothing bitch. It was just funny. But Ronda Rousey wants an explanation of what happened last week, and the Bella Twins and her get into a verbal back and forth, and Ronda Rousey spits nothing but truth, while the Bella Twins spit nothing but shit.
Most of you guys know that last week, Bella Twins betrayed me in front of the whole world.
Are you going to cry? Seriously. This is the one thing about this entire promo I did not like, is that you have Ronda Rousey coming out trying to explain what happened to her last week, and she sounds like she is just a moments away from crying her eyes out. It is absolutely pathetic, this part right here. The later part is good. This part is just so cringeworthy all the way.
I just want an explanation. That's all. You know, you guys at least owe me that. Come on, guys, come out here. At least tell me why.
You want an explanation?
They have these shows that say the Belarusian has begun. Give me a fucking break. The Belarusian is the shit that killed women's wrestling in WWE for a better part of 10 years or so.
We don't owe you one.
No, I mean, please, Rhonda. This is show business, not show friends. I mean, you are the one to disrespect us.
Bullshit.
You're the one who disregarded everything Nikki and I have done for this business.
Exactly what have you guys done? And bullshit, because Ronda Rousey came in trying to be humble and do what she could to get on everybody's good side, which is one you should never do, and two is just bad as someone's going to end up stabbing you in the back. So this is bullshit flag number one.
I mean, what did you expect? For us to sit on the sidelines and watch you?
Yeah, because one, you retired, and two, Nikki Bella's trash. So, yeah, that's exactly what we expected.
I mean, you're the reason why Brie and I came back to compete. It made me cringe.
Having Nikki Bella, the do-nothing bitch number one, with her do-nothing bitch sister beside her, say the word cringe. Are you fucking kidding me? This is the woman who grabbed her sister by the face and said, I wish you would have died in the womb. I'll just leave it right there.
Watch you at the forefront of this evolution.
What have you done for this evolution? Absolutely fucking nothing.
No, Tom, you have something else to say? Go ahead. It's your turn. Go.
Oh no, I mean, go ahead. It's all you, Rhonda. Unless I know you're gonna come up here and break our arms.
I tried my best to be respectful. I really did. I knew that WWE was your territory first, and I really tried not to be judgmental, even though everything that the Divas era stood for made me sick to my stomach.
The Divas era was dark times in WWE, dark times, and the Bella Twins were at the forefront of the Divas era, and that era I hope we never go back to, but yet unfortunately it feels like we never left that era. We just had the word woman, diva, taped over with a thing of white packing, like white painter's tape or blue painter's tape, and the word women's in black ink, black marker written over it. This is just how this feels.
I tried my best to give you the benefit of a doubt, that you were just doing the best you could with what you had.
Which is nothing.
Idealistic. I was too naive to see that you guys are the embodiment, the stereotype. DMBs. Do nothing Bellas. You guys weren't there to support me. You were there because there was a camera pointed at me, and never in my life have I seen such desperation for attention.
Thank you.
You leached off of the names of your men.
Thank you. Exactly.
You plagiarize and dilute their movesets.
Yep. Bring them on, Nikki.
You're not pioneers, you're a callous. You're relics of the past, waiting to be eviscerated like smallpox. Okay. So you think we're talentless, you think we're diseased,
Yes.
you think we're do-nothing Bellas?
Yes.
We have broken more barriers than you ever have. We have knocked down more doors.
Bullshit.
You don't even compare to us
Bullshit.
at all.
Bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm allergic to the Bella's bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm just allergic to the Bella's bullshit.
Knock down doors.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Knock down.
Which I have done none.
My entire career, I've been knocking down doors. I've knocked down doors in judo, I knocked down doors in Strikeforce, I knocked down doors in the UFC, and now I'm knocking down doors here at home in the WWE.
I mean, for fuck's sake, they made a division for a women's division for Ronda Rousey in UFC, but yet the Bellas think that's nothing. Are these two fucking retarded? Seriously. Please have it on here.
The only door you ever knocked down was the door to John Cena's bedroom.
It's sad because it's absolutely true. It's absolutely 100% true. And I have it paused here, and it's just the faces of these guys in the crowd are just like laughing their asses off.
And he eventually threw you out of that exact same door.
Oh, Nikki and Bray have apparently...
I'm sorry, Nikki, your ass shaking does nothing for anybody.
Now what's this?
Yeah, your ass shaking does nothing for anybody. You're a slut.
The wise decision is what it is. Did the Bellas bring their own security team?
Insurance policy.
Why would you bring these 5 men? Because they're just going to be destroyed.
Sure, body parts like J-Lo.
Ronda Rousey! Look at that!
1 judo flip.
After the security...
2 judo flips.
Calm down now, Ronda! What are you doing? Calm down!
This guy who's in front of Ronda Rousey, I swear it looks like a poor man's 1999 Matt Hardy. He literally does. This guy who's telling Ronda to calm down before she picks him up looks like Matt Hardy from the Attitude Era.
Calm down! Well, that won't work. Thanks for coming. Meanwhile, Nikki and Brie Bella have exited the arena.
Everything Ronda Rousey said about the Bella Twins is 100% true. Everything the Bella Twins said about themselves is 100% bullshit. They were there they were the reason the women's division died. Like when WWE was in that part of when the Bellas came in, and they were looking for faces and not talent, and just wanted the women to do lingerie pillow fights and what I want to say, bra and panties matches and shit like that, 2-minute matches. The Bella Twins were the forefront of that. They had no talent. Neither one of them could wrestle in the ring. Having Nikki Bella say it made her cringe to watch Ronda Rousey when she is the very definition of the word cringe. Everything she said was bullshit. Everything that Ronda Rousey said was 110% true. They are nothing but a cancer. They are nothing but a leech. They destroyed the women's wrestling for a decade, it feels like. And the fact that they were even brought back for anything is just pathetic on WWE's end. But everything that Ronda Rousey said tonight was absolutely 100% true. The only door that she ever broke down was that of John Cena's, so she can go in his bed. And yeah, the diluting the men's moveset was mostly pointed towards Brie Bella because Nikki never really used any move from John Cena. But yes, Brie using the yes kicks or doing the yes chant or anything else, she looks pathetic doing it. Absolutely. So yes, Ronda Rousey, and I don't remember who it was that said, this was women's wrestling. This is what we want to see. This is how you build a story. Are you kidding me? Ronda Rousey happened to fucking sit there and banter with the likes of the likes of Nikki and Brie Bella. Give me a fucking break. I would still rather see Ronda Rousey versus Natalya out of respect, or if it starts out as respect between these two because they were training partners, and then Natalya turns heel on a Ronda Rousey, and we get Ronda Rousey versus a heel Natalya halfway through the build, where Natalya just pretty much is jealous of what happened. And then we go to the back, and we see Chad Gable and Bobby Roode ogling something. They're all mesmerized by something. It turns out to be Kurt Angle.
I gotta tell you, I am loving this new look.
Kurt Angle literally looks like he came back from Hawaii with the straw hat and the Hawaiian shirt.
Kurt, you look so relaxed.
Thanks a lot. Really, Stephanie.
Been a great vacation. My stress level is way down. I bet way down. Bobby, yeah. Get some of those hats.
Sure. I mean, forget about the hats, Chad. Check out that shirt. I mean, that shirt is absolutely...
It's glorious. Right, Bobby?
Yeah. Okay. Seeing you, Kurt.
I want that hat.
Jose! Oh, yeah. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Just join in the nonsense. Let's talk it.
Jose shows up for the first time in, I believe, 3 months to do a little conga dance in a scene. So, yeah, it shows you how much WWE cares about No Way Jose, which it was a dead gimmick anyway.
Pretty smart, huh? I've been enjoying my time off. I hope you realize how stacked WWE World Cup is. I mean, how long has it been since you've had a singles match in WWE anyway? About 12 years. Okay. Well, to help you...
Wow, it's been 12 years.
Yourself, I've arranged a little match for you. I didn't bring my gear with me. I think you'll figure something out. Oh, and that match, the handicap match. AOP.
Oh, go figure. So we are going to have Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin. Team Corbin versus Team Angle at Survivor Series. That's where we're going with this. Oh my gosh. Let me see here. What do we have next? Ambrose versus Ziggler for the final spot on Raw's side for the World Cup, which would be USA versus USA again. How many times am I going to have to say this? How is this a World Cup? Does WWE know what a World Cup is? Because this is pathetic. Match comes to a close when Drew McIntyre comes out to stop Dean Ambrose on the top rope. Seth Rollins comes out and helps Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose stays out and dives over and nails not Baron Corbin, but Drew McIntyre. He's down. Seth Rollins is picking him up, and Dean Ambrose just shoves off. He does, and they played it off as if he didn't know who was picking him up, but he shoves him off. Gets back in the ring, eats a super kick, 1, 2, 3, and Dolph Ziggler moves on to the World Cup, the first cup. That's what I gotta call it. And Seth Rollins costs Dean Ambrose. After the match, Seth Rollins comes in the ring. Him and Dean argue a little bit. Dean walks past him by shoving Seth Rollins, but Seth does follow him. They argue some more until Roman comes out. They separate them. Corbin then comes out and makes for the third time in a 10-day period. Once at Super Showdown, once last week on Monday Night Raw, and tonight as well, The Shield versus the Dogs of War, a.k.a. Rinse and Repeat. Speaking of rinse and repeat, we had Finn Balor versus Jinder Mahal again with the respective mixed match challenge partners in each corner. Samir Singh is also back, so it's great to see him back. I'm not a big fan of the gimmick completely of this entire Singh brothers and Jinder Mahal, but somebody got injured earlier this year and he's back. So welcome back, Samir Singh. Hope you don't get hurt again, because the Singh brothers would always end up getting beat up a lot. Thank you, WWE, for wasting 7 months of our life SmackDown last year with Jinder Mahal as WWE champion. You have him losing to Finn Balor in less than 3 minutes. So thank you again for wasting our time for 7 goddamn months. That's all I got to say about that. Balor celebrating when Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush come out. It's Bobby Lashley versus Tyler Breeze. Bobby Lashley just poses a bunch before he wants to mix it up with Tyler Breeze. He puts him then he deadlifts him to a vertical suplex, does a couple more poses, puts him in a full Nelson, tosses him to the side, and then he hits his modified Dominator for the 3 count. Trish and Lita out here, and oh my god, I know we're in Philadelphia. I know they were in Philadelphia last night. But do we really have to? Do we really, really, really have to? Do we really, really have to do this shit with, what do I want to say? With the practice. Because what the hell happened? We had Trish and Lita both coming out here spoofing what happened 16 years ago. 16 years ago. On May 27th, I believe it was May in 2002, we had Allen Iverson at a podium say practice at least 6 or 7 or 8 times, like 10, 15 times. And what do you think we have happen tonight? We're in Philadelphia. Half the crowd is younger than what this entire thing they decided to spoof, but let's do it anyway because WWE's like, oh, we're in Philadelphia, let's do this shit. Alexa Bliss and Mickie James think Trish Stratus and Lita have passed their prime.
On Sunday, first ever all-women's pay-per-view, WWE Evolution.
This pay-per-view is going to be absolutely 100% trash, garbage, dumpster fire. Vince McMahon is running it, not Triple H. So even the UK and NXT matches that are going to be happening on this show are going to be absolutely worthless.
And Trish, you know that we are just...
And of course we have, the best friends now come out here to interrupt. Alexa Bliss, I don't care how fucking long you were in WWE, you are nowhere near or will ever be Hall of Fame material, you dumbass.
I totally know what you're going to say. You're going to say, oh my gosh, what have we gotten ourselves into? We're going to be humiliated at WWE Evolution. I mean, how am I going to compete with the goddess of WWE? I mean, she's just going to run circles around me. Let me try Trish. Ready? Mickie James has always been far superior. I don't know how she can elevate talent tonight. But at Evolution, finally going to put an end to satisfaction. Ladies, let's face facts. You haven't been in a WWE long time.
What was the Women's Royal Rumble? Did you forget something, Mickey? Because both of these women were in the Women's Royal Rumble in January. Yes, I know that was 10 months ago, but still 9 months ago, right? 10 months ago. So yeah, it might have been a long time, but it was not that long ago that these two were in the ring. May not have been one-on-one matches. If you want to say one-on-one matches or tag team matches, fine, but they were both in the Royal Rumble last year.
While you two have been kicking back, we've been kicking butt.
But I will say, lady, you know, Team Bestie. But the thing about nostalgia is, and if you think you can just waltz right in, 2 top women on the Raw roster, Evolution is going to be a cake.
Think you're going to just get up off the couch with no warm-up, no practice?
God, no. Let me not hear this again.
Step in with the likes of us, honey? You're sadly mistaken.
Okay, I think that's enough. Thank you very much. Are you guys serious right now? At Evolution, we as women have the chance to make history. And you're out here talking about practice.
Why? Why? Can I just say why? Why? That thing happened 16 years ago. Why am I gonna have to sit through this? 16 years later, why is WWE spoofing something that half the crowd doesn't even know what the fuck they're talking about? Half the crowd doesn't have any fucking clue what the hell these two women are doing. This is fucking stupid. Yes, if this would have happened last week at something, it would have been fine. But just because it happened 16 fucking years ago doesn't mean you put it out there. Was somebody in Stamford, Connecticut getting fucking high and going, let me go watch something on YouTube. I need something for this promo with Trish and Lita. Alan Iverson, let's do the practice thing. Because this is just stupid.
You can make your careers off of beating 2 Hall of Famers. Y'all are up there talking about practice?
Half the crowd has no idea what the fuck you're doing.
We are going to change the game for women in this sport, and y'all talking about practice.
Not the pay-per-view. No, not the pay-per-view.
Not the match.
No,
not the match. But practice.
God, that's so stupid.
Allen Iverson's rolling over in his grave.
Yes, thank you, Corey Graves. Allen Iverson, if he was dead, is rolling over in his grave because this was fucking stupid. And then Alexa Bliss had the look of embarrassment on her face. Like, literally, she had the look of embarrassment.
You know,
I had enough of that scene. I have enough. I can't. That's just retarded right there. That wasn't funny. That wasn't clever. It was stupid. 16 years ago. That happened 16 years ago in May of 2002, and you're going to spoof it in 2018? Really? This is the best you could come up with for Trish and Lita, was to give us their own rendition of the practice rant by Allen Iverson. Give me a goddamn break. Damn, that's pathetic. What do we have next? AOP versus what was supposed to be Kurt Angle, but it wasn't Kurt Angle, it was Conquistador again, and quite clearly you could tell it was not Kurt Angle this time. It wasn't Kurt Angle at all. The AOP come out, they honestly destroy this guy. Drake Maverick looks down, and AOP of course won. What did you expect? Of course, Drake Maverick looks down at the guy and he's like, rip his mask off. He's like pretty much saying that's not Kurt Angle. They rip the mask off. It's some guy who I have no idea who it was. All of a sudden, Baron Corbin, who was sitting out on stage, gets hit with an angle slam by Kurt Angle from behind. So, yay. Ruby Riott versus Natalya. Natty wins this match by DQ. Honestly, I'm very surprised that WWE did not follow the same formula here, because you had Bayley and the returning Sasha Banks come out with Natalya to make it a 3-on-3 even. And with the fact that this ended by DQ, I am surprised that this did not end up becoming a 6-woman tag match. Now, it won't surprise me next week when we have Boston Hug and Natalya versus the Riot Squad next week, but I'm surprised we didn't get that good old-fashioned, let's make a tag team match player the same day, like right after a beatdown happens. Elias is out, and I don't know if they have the clip, but Elias is out here for his thing, and Apollo Crews, of all people, Apollo Crews, I guess Titus Worldwide is 100% dead because it was just Apollo Crews, his music, no Titus O'Neil anywhere to be found. I haven't seen Titus O'Neil since Dana Brooks said, I'm done with you two. So who knows what's going on with Titus O'Neil, but he hasn't been seen since then. And it looks like Apollo Crews is on his own now, but Apollo Crews interrupts Elias.
Earlier today, I go to lunch with Carson Wentz. And I asked him about his injuries from last season. I asked if it was painful, and he says, Elias, yeah, it was, but true pain is psychological. True pain is going out there each week and pretending like you care about this depraved and shameful city of Philadelphia.
It's kind of true because Philadelphia have some shameful fans sometimes because they'll boo Santa Claus, they'll boo your team, they'll boo their teams. They have some very passionate fans, but they are shameful sometimes. My biggest problem is WWE. Like WWE hit lightning in a bottle in Seattle when he said something that, of course, Seattle was going to go. I knew that crowd was going to do that. Seattle is still hurt by that. But they struck lightning in a bottle that night, and WWE still trying to find that magic again. And unfortunately, it's never going to be they're not going to hit the volume or BPMs or whatever it is that they did in Seattle anywhere else, no matter what they do. No matter what he says, it's not going to be as loud or as much hate as he got in Seattle.
And while I'm at it, Gritty is not a mascot.
Oh, is that the Philadelphia Flyers' new mascot? No, that thing is. I'm gonna have to agree with him. That thing is absolutely disgusting.
Well, he is a spitting image of every person in this city. He's a fat, ugly, googly-eyed slob.
That thing is ugly. Absolutely ugly.
So please, silence your cell phones, hold your applause, and most importantly, and I know this is hard for everyone here, shut your mouths.
And of all people, Apollo Crews with the interruption.
I just thought I'd come out here and interrupt you since so many people do it. I just kind of, I figured it was my turn, you know?
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, of course you want to come out and interrupt Elias. I'm the best thing going. Let me tell you something. You better pray that you are on my good side, because once you come out here, your career is in my hands. Let me tell you something, Apollo. Tonight is not the night that Elias makes a star out of you. Just
Okay, I get it. I see what you're saying. You're right. You know, I'm not like you. I mean, I don't play the guitar. I don't sing, and, you know, I'm not really that funny. But none of that matters when I step inside this ring.
That's right. I have heard that you are talented. I've just never seen it, you know? It's like I've never seen Bigfoot or the Flyers win the cup.
Okay, I get it. It's kind of like you being taken serious as a musician, right? I got some too. Look, I've kept my mouth shut for too long. I've held my temper for too long. I've sat in the back week after week and month after month and seen so many people pass me by, including you. And straight up, I'm sick of it.
Sick of it, yes. Yeah, I understand. Wait, comparing yourself to me? Are you kidding me? You compare yourself to me? I'm a star, okay? Elias is everything that anyone would ever want to be, okay? Who are you? What have you ever done? I don't think I'm getting through to you, okay? Let me show you what happens when you interrupt Elias, okay?
Elias, is that enough?
Got the headset, you know, it's time for business.
Missed a clothesline, integrated from Apollo Crews, and then he just deadlifts. Over his head, he deadlifts Elias. And Elias is not a small dude either.
Pressing Elias!
And a military press.
True, I asked Elias why he wants to fight. He says because I can't sing or dance.
Look at this power. This is insanity. That's who I am. That's who I am.
The only problem I have with this is that Elias really hasn't. He really didn't get to stay in NXT long enough or be used in NXT long enough to really establish any type of character for himself. He was just there. He was at an NXT takeover. I think it was a takeover 1 for Brooklyn, and then he was just nothing. He was nothing, and it's just I don't know what to do with him. It's just I don't know what they're gonna do with him because last year it was like last year, or the year before that, they like started doing this whole thing where he smiles too much, so let's do this, or it's like he got started with titles worldwide. That looks like it's done finally. I don't know what they're gonna do with him, and I honestly don't see anything for him. Apollo Crews, we will see what happens as the weeks to go. I think he should be added to the group of probably Lashley and Leo Rush and give yourself a tag team, and maybe have AOP join. Oh no, I can't do that because I already Drake Maverick, but have someone else join and make it a faction with the people who need help talking. Really, 100% need help talking, and it would definitely be worth it in my opinion if they were to do that. But that is where we go from there. It will be interesting to see what happens. And then we had our main event, which was, of course, the Dogs of War versus the Shield. This match had both teams, like, it was at the beginning, you had Dolph Ziggler being yelled at by Braun Strowman, telling him, I want to see you pull your weight, so you're going to start this match. Then you had the Shield, and Dolph Ziggler, I think it was Dolph Ziggler shoved Seth Rollins into Dean Ambrose at least once. The first time, twice. The first time, Dean Ambrose and him argued a little bit. These two argued twice. It looked like Dean Ambrose was going to hit a Dirty Deeds. And this just, both teams were deciding we're going to work together, and we're also going to attack. We're going to, argue with each other, and it just didn't work out real well. The Dogs of War end up losing this one by a Shield triple powerbomb. After the match, though, this is the question I wonder. After the match, the Shield walk away. Everything's all good between those two. And then you had Braun Strowman come in, say, I told you if you kept screwing up, you were going to get these hands. And he hits a running power slam on to Dolph Ziggler. Early in the match, he got hit with a Claymore accidentally because Mr. Roman Reigns moved out of the way of the Claymore, and it hit a prone Braun Strowman, but he did hit the running power slam. He started to do his yeah into the crowd, so he turns around and he hits a Claymore again. Dolph Ziggler leaves, and did they just turn Braun Strowman, who 2 weeks after SummerSlam they turned heel, did they just turn him babyface again? Why? Why must I ask, why would you do this? Why would you turn him heel in the first place? I don't get it. Why would you turn him heel in the first place if all you were going to do was turn him babyface like that? Give me a goddamn break. Why? Why are we going to get this? I don't know what they're going to do, but it just felt like that they finished the show with Drew McIntyre leaving and staring down a Braun Strowman who's still in the ring, and it looks like we're going to get after Crown Jewel, if Crown Jewel still happens, will it be Braun Strowman versus Drew McIntyre? Because that's what it seems where they're going, is that we're going to eventually see Drew McIntyre versus Dolph Ziggler. Not Dolph Ziggler, but Drew McIntyre versus Braun Strowman. I have no idea, but WWE, again, with the rinse and repeat, way too much. Way too much. Seriously, it felt like for the majority of the show, I turned on a DVR and was watching last week's show, especially with the main events, the opening of the show, and sprinkling the parts in between. It's just WWE needs to think of better things. Why are we still seeing Jinder Mahal versus Finn Balor, which Michael Cole said was a pretty good rivalry, but it's a rivalry with absolutely no heat to it. None whatsoever. So why am I going to sit there and fucking care about this if these two keep going back and forth? Give these guys something else to do. You had Jinder Mahal for 7 months, you're WWE champion, and now look at him. He is just nothing. He loses a match in quick fashion to Finn Balor, who was the first Universal Champion who really hasn't done anything since returning. So, why? Why am I going to sit there and care about that? Too much rinse and repeat, just boring, and WWE needs to get this shit together because they're losing fans rapidly. And I'm telling you right now, If they do not cancel Crown Jewel, it'll be the worst thing that they ever do because it is going to kill their business. It's going to kill WWE. It's going, in my opinion, WWE is going to lose a lot of sponsors and a bunch of other things if they do not back out of this Crown Jewel deal. But that was your Monday Night Raw review for October 15th, 2018. Make sure that hit that subscribe button. Comment down below, like this or dislike this video. Let me know what you thought of Monday Night Raw. Did you like it? Did you think it was good? Did you think it sucked? Let me know in the comment section below. I want to know what you guys think and what you guys think of this channel and everything that I do, because I love and have fun doing a lot of everything that I do. But I'd like to improve on this channel, so let me know what you guys think down below so I can try and get, some improvements on this show. I know I need on this thing. I do know I need some new audio upgrades, but let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I will see you guys tomorrow for SmackDown 1000. And then, of course, we have 3 shows coming up on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are going to be watching. Well, I'm going to be watching it probably on a delay because of I'm moving into a new house soon. I just got a new girlfriend. We're working on a relationship there. But by Wednesday night, we will have NXT and NXT UK, and then, of course, the Mae Young Classic on Thursday for you guys. So, until then, my name is DeFranz. I will see you guys back here tomorrow for SmackDown 1000. Who is Evolution going to bury? Who is going to make it to Crown Jewel? Who really cares? And whatever else can happen, we will find out tomorrow. Who are you looking forward to? Let's find out. Until then, I'll see you guys later.